Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 16th of November, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and today I'm reading with the Tarot de Marseille Gassman. And I'm going to purify with this Guerlain Eau du Coq, which they don't make anymore. It's very expensive even when they did make it. But I happen to have a bottle. I really love it, so I'm going to use it. I did put a link to purchase this perfume because they do have some left on Amazon, and also the tarot deck if you are interested in purchasing either of those. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting with the Three of Wands, followed by the Temperance card, and then the Tower card. Nice. I like this reading. So some new growth for many of you, especially in regards to projects, work, jobs, career, anything that any of your work in the world. Some indications that things are starting to work out for you. Just recognize those indications are just little shoots coming out of the ground, but there's the promise of some major growth coming up in the future. So be patient with that. Don't judge it by the little bit that you might see now. It's going to grow, but it may take a while. And that's because the threes are governed by the planet Saturn, which is very slow, but very steady and very sure. Now, in here, this Temperance card is saying it's time to take some opportunity to do some healing. Inner healing. And that inner healing is something that's available to you, but you have to ask for it. You have to, it's like this angel's making up this potion that's just for you. I call it the angelic elixir. It's just specific to you. Nobody else would benefit from this. It's just for you, but it's perfect for you. They're mixing it up, giving it to you. But they're not going to force feed you with it. They're not going to shove it down your throat. You have to ask for it. You have to want it. You have to take it in. And so this is a great time for you to accept the healing that the universe is offering you, saying yes to it. And it's really all that you need to do. You don't need to be in charge of the healing. You just need to let the elixir do its job. But you do need to receive it. And so you can just tell yourself, I am now receiving all of the healing that the universe has for me. Part of that healing process is breaking down structures that are no longer good for you. So you take that angelic elixir and it sort of does a detox sometimes. And that detox is wonderful and you want it. And you don't want to judge it. When you start having the effects of a detox, you don't want to judge it and say, oh no, it's horrible. It's not horrible, it's wonderful. It really is wonderful, but you have to allow yourself to see it as wonderful. You know, when you're doing a demolition project on a home, it's wonderful. I mean, it's not pretty. You know, you don't want to live in the home, just post demolition. You want to do all the stuff to build it back up and to make it the way you want it. But it's fun when you recognize finally we're getting rid of that wall. Finally, we're opening this up into a large room, and it's going to be so great. I'm so excited. You're not sitting there saying, "Oh, I hate this. I hate that this wall had to come down." No. So recognize it for what it is. When you take this angelic elixir and you say yes to this healing, and things start to disassemble themselves, it's a time for yay, not gasping. So recognize it for what it is and celebrate it. All right, let's see here. If we open these cards up a teeny bit, what do we get? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Five of Wands. So for many of you, this tower experienced this catabolic moment where things start to tear down. The demolition phase of this wonderful healing that's happening may manifest as some irritability on your part. It may even manifest in a bit of an argument or a temper tantrum or just a sense of utter dissatisfaction. And when you are going through that dissatisfaction or that irritability, celebrate that too, because it's not negative. It's not the kind of irritability or anger that is represented by the swords, which is conflict and destructive in nature. It is the wands, which is a very positive and constructive use of anger or irritability. So just notice it when it's happening and say, I'm going to move this stuck energy. I'm going to move this stuck energy. And the way you move the stuck energy usually has to do with getting your body moving, getting some breathing going. Or if you're really upset, for a moment, if you're just ready to have a temper tantrum. And by the way, the temper tantrum is one of the most underrated forms of healing in the world. But you just don't want to do it around people. You want to do it, responsibly, so you're not contributing to any kind of toxic environment. You can go to a parked car and close the windows and close the doors and just go, ah! Or you can scream into a pillow or pound a pillow, whatever you need to do to move the energy. Again, it's just a catalyst. Whatever's going on, you just want to allow that energy to move. You're not trying to create it. You're not trying to keep it alive. You're actually trying to move past whatever that is. And that's just that tower experience, letting go of structures which no longer serve you. And what it is serving is this healing. And part of the healing is an expansion of your good. It's not just healing so that you feel better. It's healing so that you do better, so that you have better, and that things work out for you in ways that you didn't think were possible for you, especially ways in which everybody around you tells you are impossible, right? Everybody might be around you saying, well, you can never have this, or you can never do that. The times are just bad and there's nothing you can do about it. And the universe is saying, don't listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about. The time is perfect for you. This is your time. And so just accept that. And you don't have to, you don't have to identify with everybody else's ideas about the world right now. You can actually thrive and do well, regardless of what other people are doing or saying. And that's what this Knight of Swords is all about, is don't let people enroll you into their nonsense. And the way they enroll you into that is they usually make a really good argument. They may sound really smart. They may sound like they really know what they're talking about. But by the way, what they're saying makes you feel. If what they're saying makes you feel tense or upset, then it's possible that they're not the people for you to listen to right now. You don't want this kind of help. You don't want people to help you into feeling bad right now. We're trying to let go of some of those bad feelings. If everybody says that we have to feel bad, otherwise we're not being responsible, you can tell everybody that they can do that by themselves, that you're not going to go along with that. You don't have to feel bad in order to be responsible. I know that that's sort of like this sort of unwritten rule out there that, well, if you're not feeling bad, if you're not feeling scared, if you're not angry, if you're not really upset, and you don't have a lot of tense emotions, then you're just not responsible. You're just in denial because everything is horrible, right? It's not wisdom to think along those lines. You can be aware of things going on in the world and still feel at peace. You can be aware of what's going on in people's lives that isn't good and still be at peace. Because when you're at peace, then you're in a place of compassion where you can actually offer assistance. Whereas if you're just feeling bad, then that's what you're contributing. You're contributing more of what we don't need into the world. So don't let people convince you that you're not allowed to feel good, that you have to feel bad all the time. Otherwise, you're not a good person or whatever it is. I know they don't come out and say it necessarily in those words, but it's the implication that who are you to feel good? Who are you to have a good day? Who are you to be at peace? Who are you to be successful? Who are you to be thriving? That's the implication there. And they're not in their right minds. So you can just let them be for now. And instead listen to that angel. Listen to that guardian angel who is offering you great healing, offering you the medicine that you need to heal, so that you can find that expansion, so that you can be and do so many wonderful things regardless of what's going on in the world around you. And so if you need to have a moment today where you are irritable, or you need to just move some energy, and you need to yell and scream, or pound a pillow, or whatever you need to do, run around the block, go to the gym, whatever you have to do to move that energy, let it happen, because the catalytic destructive moment today is positive. It's positive, and you want to celebrate it. You want to know that you're on the right track, and don't listen to everybody around you who might be trying to convince you that you have no right to be happy, that you have no right to be successful, that you have no right to have things work out for you. Like I said, I know that they're probably not saying that specifically, but it's sort of there. It's sort of implied, and it's okay for you to disregard that. You don't have to be loyal to that. You can be disloyal to that. It doesn't mean that you're being disloyal to those people, but you can be disloyal to that idea that you can't be happy, that you can't be at peace, that you can't be successful, that things can't work out for you. Of course they can, and they want to, and that's what the universe wants for you, but you have to drink that elixir. You have to allow those demolitions to happen, so that you can get on the other side of them and get going with all of that wonderful expansion of your good that is definitely in process. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and we will see everybody for another daily reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.